and I know all of you got Mickey Baker's Complete Course in Jazz Guitar. You know, I bought this, okay, this is going to be the answer to everything. And chord-wise, it really got you playing all these inversions and stuff. And I remember laboring over these chords for so long and trying to play these progressions. And one of the flaws of books compared to education nowadays is, number one, you can't hear it. And number two, there's not enough time in a book to really have a big discussion about exercises in the book, why you need to learn them, what can you expect from learning. Why am I going to learn lesson 6 here? What's the point? I'm like, you know what I mean? You need somebody to show you and tell you why. So, I actually did have a teacher at one time going through some of this stuff with me, but it still was like, why do I need to do this? I'm talking about a high school kid, who's playing rock and roll. And then if, after a while, some things start going in. And then I'm looking at some of these bridges in the key of G major, these runs and stuff. And I'm like, we're in G. Why does it say B7 and then B minor? I was like, there's not a whole lot of explanation. Now, here's the deal. Back in the day, books were very expensive and hard to make. The typesetting, being with Dale Zdenek Publications, he had like 8 people working typesetting and doing, writing all this stuff out and making it look pretty. And it is so labor intensive for a music book. It's not like a word book, especially a guitar book with grids and all that. So, I can understand that. So I was wondering if any of you had experienced this book and maybe a similar thing.
James McNamara, Mickey Baker is the one I was going to mention. It got my fingers to work playing those crazy jazz chords.
Yeah, but it's still, it left me with, why am I learning this? Why? But, I did labor over that book for a long time. And the other thing is, this was this was written out before Tab, you know what I mean? So all the notes in this book, you got to learn, you got to know how to read. And where James knows how to read. He's got some classical education, so he knows how to read.